Today, I am going to take the cabin air filter out of a 2001 VW New Beetle. Just picked this up for a very cheap price, and it's in gorgeous shape, only 87,000 miles on it, so that's an average of about 3,500 miles a year. It's got new tires, new battery, interior's great. But I don't think that air filter's ever been changed. So it's blowing out gunk, little bits of what appear to be like a foam. So I want to get rid of that. So I'm going to do that now. So here's the interior, really great shape. This is the foam that I'm getting out of there. And right under this panel right here at the back or at the front, depending on what you're saying, but this one right here, underneath that, I bet we're going to find a lot of this stuff because it's coming through here. And you can see one caught right there. So if I clean that out, ideally the air system will be a little cleaner in the cabin. Let's get to it. So I'm here inside the 2001 New Beetle, and I have a new air filter. And what I need to do is right here on the dash, there are two places. I have to slide this back to access this one and pull this one by taking out about 6 screws. So I've never done this before. I watched YouTube videos in order to learn how to do it. So fingers crossed, because the crud that's blowing out of the vents here with the air conditioning, can't keep that going on. But 25 years of gunk. I have gloves on. I've got a shop vac ready. I'm actually going to lay down some sheets in here because the car was detailed before we got it, and I don't want to mess all that up. So better do that first. Prep before you go. Quite possibly the most important part of this project. My Wonder Woman cup. Because you can't start any project without some coffee. Do you agree? Let's get to it. Burning daylight, as they say. Now this is the best that I can do under the circumstances, but I hope you'll be able to see it, and I'll show you a little close-up after, or as I work my way through the project. I did get a special tool. I needed either a Torx, what they call a T15 or a T20. So I got this precision driver kit. It's got those bits in it, and that was okay. But then I thought, this is a really tight space. So I ordered a second thing for about 10 bucks that has a very short rotation, so easy to work underneath the windshield, which is going to be a little bit tight. It too has the right bits. So I'm going to put that together, have that tool ready. But the first tool I'm going to need is in the other kit, and it's something like a little pry bar like this with you could probably even use a credit card. This just happens to be a bit thinner because we have a seam, and I'll have to get under that, pop it, and then push it forward to get under that first panel, which is in the center. Nice Albanian man on YouTube says I should just slide it forward. We'll see. The hard part is getting a grip on it. I'm not sure. What do I have that I could grip it? Maybe ungloved? I feel like I need to push it with something. Like to get a hold of it, but he just slid it forward. And I don't seem to be able to do that. It's got a little notch in the front here. Maybe the credit card, to wedge it in there, get it to start. I think the crud that's probably built up underneath there has made it very snug. Not impossible, but snug. So we'll try something else. When all else fails, you get a hammer. Took the screwdriver, angled it down, had to get over it a bit, and just tapped it gently a few times, popped it forward. So here we go. Here is what the underside of that looks like. There's no screws on that top piece. There's just this little pin that goes back into the dash. So we'll keep that back here. And while dusty, nothing's really coming out of here as expected. Now the next thing is we need to, And this is a loose little something, so I'll keep that. That's just covering a screw. Looks like there's 3 screws there, and they are attached to this panel, which needs to come out. So that'll be the next thing, is to take those screws out. Now I want to keep track of these. There aren't a lot of cup holders in this car, and they're oddly placed, but we'll put this stuff in there. I will probably have to make a turn here, see if I've got the right size in there. Do I? Did I luck out? No. We don't want to lose these. And I think I'm using the T15, but I may have to revise that. So there's 3 screws up here. I'm just going to loosen each one and then do the last little bit, and then I won't lose them. They are snugged down, but not too terrible. You definitely would want this shorter tool that I'm using, or a ratcheting device that has an angle to it. And underneath these, you've got a funny little one I've never seen before. It's kind of, I want to say a pinwheel, but that's not right. And then you have the screw itself. You have 3 of these. I'm going to, again, put them back here. Let's see which one did I use. Yeah, this is a T20. I had not even heard of T20s or any of that until I started looking into this. I also have a 2017 Jeep Cherokee and a 2009 Mini Cooper. And each one, of course, has a different location for cabin air filters. And I'd say this is by far the most difficult one to get to. I have no idea what they were thinking when they designed this, because I think you should be able to change out your cabin air filter, with the seasons. Now those are all out, loose. And now, oh, yeah, you hear that plastic? That's old plastic, and you don't want to do too much with that. And ideally, we're going to slide this out. I am going to stop recording now because I think it's going to be a lot like it was with the other piece. Gentle, slow, and fingers crossed we don't need the hammer again. I had to pull on this pretty hard, and I heard kind of a whang. That's not a technical term, but the bottom here, you can see what is more than likely a very dirty filter. There's little spots that, what does it say on here? Oh, it has a number, but hard to tell. You've got these little pin connectors, and that was undoubtedly what was holding it in place. And they're supposed to go like this, but these are old enough that they're kind of solid in place. The good part is, actually, I don't think this part is the filter. That's just the top. That's just what sits on top of the filter, because we still have to take out these screws. Oh, there's gross stuff in there. So we've got it out. We've accessed the area that now we have to take out. Let's see how many more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's more than that. Yeah, I'm going to have to refer to that nice guy on YouTube to make sure I'm taking out the right number and the right ones, because there's some question. I think it's only 4, but oh, we got to go further down in here. So there's 1, 2, 3 for sure. Yeah, 3 for sure, and they're all those Torx. So let's take that out. Again, I have this on here, which may or may not be a good idea. At first, when I saw these screws, I thought that I had to take out some of the ones that are actually part of the forward dash. But it looks like, oh, my daughter's coming out to visit, and I'm videotaping. So I'm going to stop this while I get these screws out. All right, not as bad as it could have been, but you see it was originally this color, and it's this color with a bunch of leaves. This car is 25 years old and was always garaged, so that probably helped. But is that the cause of the stuff blowing through? Who knows? I'm going to take the shop vac. I'm going to go into this whole area and vacuum that out, go to the vents, vacuum them, and put in a fresh one. But this is the before. You see it was that color, and this is a fresh one. Nice difference. After doing a little research, my dear daughter has figured out that the crap coming out of the air vents is most likely deteriorating foam around each vent and not so much this, although we will be breathing cleaner air. You have to put it into this frame. It just sits right in there like so, and then that goes back in. It is a tight fit in there. It is not, you're gonna have to go back and forth to get it in. It goes with the top frame, top down. And once I get this back together, we'll turn it on and see what we've got. So far, the hardest part of this has been getting that off. No surprise. But I'm grateful we got the gunk out of here and off to another 25 years. One more thing. On the side, it does show the airflow right there with the little air. So air coming in, going down, set right. All right, it's in. Had to jury rig it around a little bit. There are little tabs on either side, and it's just a little tight, but it will go back in. And I vacuumed all this out, and so now we're going to put it back together. Oh, I think the best tip I could offer for this one is have small hands. I do have small hands. That was very helpful in doing this particular project. Watching other videos helped. Knowing that there was in fact a cabin filter in here that I could get to, it just was going to take a bunch of time. The thing that took me the most time was I had a stubby screwdriver with a T20, a Torx bit, and I got to the very last screw and it was cinched down so tight. I tried to use some anti-rust stuff in case it was rusted in there. Didn't help. Finally, I went and got my impact driver, and then I cranked it up to 13 or whatever, 11 or 13. I think I did that previously, mentioned it. And just having enough torque and going just pulling the trigger barely so it would just eek, and it loosened it. And so then I was good to go. I was practically up in the dash myself to get the right leverage and not wanting to, of course, hit the windshield and God forbid break that. So we got it done. With any luck, that is good for a very long time, but now I know how to do it, and it probably would take me, now knowing and having the screws loosened and just knowing exactly what I need to do, I could probably plan a half an hour versus what ended up being about an hour and a half for me to do this. So I'm going to show you the dash. This part slides back. There's a pin here, and you just push. With any luck, that's how it'll work for you. This, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 screws total that are all T20s. And then you just have to work that filter out, take the frame off of it, tilt it back in, and it gets done. That little bit by bit. My name's Andrea. This has been Dig for the Pony. Usually I'm doing videos on coins because I'm a beginner coin collector. I guess you could tie this one into that, in that I'm going to be using this bug to go to the bank and get my coins to coin roll hunt, as well as going to my local coin shop. So this has been changing the air filter in a 2001 Volkswagen New Beetle. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the comments for me. Like, share, and subscribe if this has been helpful. And if you like this kind of content, watching an over 50 woman battle tools and trying to figure things out. Thanks for watching.